Shadow work, simple definition you'll use. You don't need a textbook definition, you need one you can use at your desk. The shadow is the bundle of traits, feelings, and impulses you learn to hide so you stay accepted by family, school, peers, or your industry. Not evil parts, disown parts. Labels like messy, average, needy, try hard, too much, not enough. You didn't delete them, you just pushed them off stage because visibility felt risky. Now, why this matters for procrastination. Procrastination protects the shadow from being exposed. When a task might reveal a disown trait, your system taps the brakes. Avoidance buys safety. Delay keeps that trait off stage. That's why your brain suddenly discovers urgent chores the moment it's time to send, share, or show. It's not chaos, it's a guard doing its job with outdated rules. Here's the reframe: you're not lazy, you're overprotecting a younger rulebook. Those rules kept you safe once. They just don't match your current reality. Your nervous system didn't get the memo, so it still equates average, messy, unsure with danger. That's why timers feel like pressure, and pressure triggers escape. You were trying to outperform fear instead of updating it. The goal of shadow work is simple. Make the hidden part seen, named, and integrated so it no longer requires emergency protection. Integration is let the messy part run wild. It's I can feel messy or average without spiraling, and I can still take one tiny action. When those states are allowed inside your identity, threat drops. With lower threat, movement becomes possible. Let's break it into 3 layers so it's actually usable. Narratives, the story you absorbed, like if I'm not exceptional, I'm invisible. Emotions, shame, fear, embarrassment, signals you learn to treat as danger. Behaviors, perfectionizing, people-pleasing, last-minute sprints, strategies that hid the shadow. Shadow work touches all 3. Name the story, allow a small dose of the feeling, and swap a safety behavior for a tiny exposure that creates evidence. Why this works? Your brain updates with receipts, not pep talks. When you do a 90-second exposure, stay within a permission line, and nothing explodes, you produce a receipt that contradicts the catastrophe prediction. 1 receipt is small, but 10 receipts retrain the guard. The protector starts easing up, not because you beat it, but because the data says, we did it, we survived. Here's the shortcut you'll lean on: validation plus controlled exposure. If you only validate, thanks for keeping me safe, you feel understood but you don't move. If you only push exposure, you trigger backlash. Together they click. Thanks for guarding respect. We'll test one sentence at 60% clarity, then stop. That combination signals care and control. Protectors respond to both. You might be thinking, won't naming a trait make it stronger? Avoidance is the fertilizer. Naming reduces mystique. When you say, this part fears I'll look average, the monster becomes a colleague with a job. You can negotiate with a colleague. You can't negotiate with fog. Another concern, what if the trait is actually true? Great accuracy helps. If disorganized shows up, integration means you can see it without shame haze. Then you install a boundary that doesn't attack you. A checklist for handoffs, a 60% clarity line for first passes. Clarity beats contempt. Systems beat self-scolding. Let me anchor this with a tight example. Task, publish a draft post. Shadow trait, average, old behavior, polish forever to dodge exposure. Shadow move, status protector, thanks for guarding respect. I'll publish 120 words labeled WIP, 60% clarity, 3 minutes max. Action post, receipt, 1 save, 0 ridicule, body intensity drops 2 points. Repeat tomorrow. After a dozen reps, the threat rating slides from 8 to 3. Same talent, new safety. The thing most people miss is sequencing. Integration lands fastest when you start light. Touch the live trait with a tiny, bounded move. Log the receipt. Repeat. Scale later. Big leaps feel virtuous and then backfire because the protector loses trust. Small, consistent exposures prove you keep it safe. If you remember nothing else, remember this line. Procrastination protects a picture. Shadow work updates the picture. Bring the disowned trait into frame, give it a name and a job, then prove, through small, time-capped action, that you're still safe when it shows up. That's how you turn avoidance into movement. And we'll do it with the trigger task truth practice you're about to run. The trigger task truth drill, core method. Here's the core method that turns theory into motion. 3 parts that fit on a sticky: trigger, task, truth. It works because it meets your protector at the exact doorway where you usually bail, and it gives you a safe, bounded step through it. Start with trigger. This is the 5-second cue right before the stall, not your whole morning routine. Think ultra-specific. Calendar ping at 9:01, Gmail compose window blinking, Slack DM from your manager, blank slide 1 staring back. Write it like a tiny stage direction. Calendar ping right arrow open Gmail right arrow stomach drop. Or camera app opens right arrow heat in cheeks right arrow swipe away. If you're unsure, replay your last avoidance in your head and freeze frame the first beat where your body flinched. That's your trigger. Most people skip this and stay vague, which keeps the door invisible. We want the exact hinge where your protector grabs the handle. Now the task. State the smallest visible action you avoid right after that trigger. Visible means a stranger could look over your shoulder and know if it's done. Examples: type and send 1 sentence, attach PDF, write slide title, paste the draft paragraph, record a 20-second voice memo. Put a 2-minute cap on it. If it still feels heavy, shrink again to 60-90 seconds. If you catch yourself writing work on or start, you're still too big. Replace with a concrete behavior a camera would catch. The reason this matters: ambiguity equals risk, specific equals tolerable. Finally, the truth. This is the feared meaning your protector thinks will be exposed if you do or don't do the tiny task. Use the 1-sentence formula. If I send this, they'll see I'm X. Or, if I don't send this, I'll prove I'm Y. Fill X or Y with the trait from your fingerprint: average, disorganized, needy, unoriginal, try hard, out of depth. Keep it blunt. You'll know you've named it when your body gives a small jolt followed by a subtle exhale. No shift. You likely named a performance risk, not an identity fear. Sharpen the word, swap not good for forgettable, sloppy, or not special. Let's lock this with a quick example. Trigger: Gmail compose open, cursor blinking. Task: type and send 1 sentence to the recruiter. Truth: if I send this, they'll see I'm average. That explains why your brain invents urgent detours. You weren't dodging time, you were dodging exposure. Write the trio on 1 card like this: trigger, task, truth. Under the task, add a permission line to drop the stakes. Acceptable mess, 60% clarity, 1 typo allowed, no second read. This tells your protector we're testing safety, not trying to impress. Under the truth, add a single receipt line you'll fill right after: did world body. Receipts are how we turn feelings into data. Before acting, say 1 validation sentence out loud. Thanks for guarding respect. I'm going to test a 90-second first pass and stop. That thank you matters. It meets the protector's need to be seen. Then set a boundary. Stop at 90 seconds or 1 sentence, whichever comes first. Boundaries build trust. Do the task immediately. No countdown, no playlist, no perfect conditions. If you hesitate, zoom in, type the first 3 words. Momentum first, magnitude later. As soon as you stop, log your receipt in 3 bullets. Did, attach, wrote sentence, saved, sent. World, no backlash, neutral, 1 quick reply. Body. Intensity dropped 6 right arrow 4, shoulders softened, breath deeper. Keep it boring and factual. Boring convinces the protector that nothing catastrophic happened. Here's where people mess up. They overthink the truth and never do the task. Don't wait for perfect wording. Pick an honest enough sentence that stings a little and move. Or they write a perfect tiny task but skip the permission line. Without a mess allowance, your body hears perform, not test, and balks. Or they do the task and skip receipts. Without receipts, tomorrow's fear resets like nothing changed. Once you've got 1 card, create a few more for common triggers. Calendar ping right arrow draft agenda right arrow paste 3 bullets. Zoom invite write 1 question you'll ask. Slide tool open right arrow type first slide title. Camera app right arrow record 20-second messy intro. Stack these cards where the stalls start, next to Gmail, on your camera tripod, taped to your laptop. Think of them as pre-negotiated contracts you can pick up in the moment. Sequencing is the quiet superpower. Run 1 light card first to prove you'll stop on time, then a medium card. End by reading your receipts. Over a few days, patterns emerge. The world stays neutral more often than predicted, kind replies show up, your body calms faster. That's your protector updating. Fail-safe rule: if your intensity spikes above 7, you're in threat, not training. Have the step and the time. 5 words save as draft stop. Still hot? Move to an adjacent exposure that touches the same truth with lower stakes. A WIP post in a tiny channel instead of a public send. If you remember nothing else, trigger names the doorway, task moves 1 inch through it, truth explains the breaks, permission lowers stakes, receipts retrain safety. Do 2 of these microcycles a day for a week. You'll feel avoidance loosen, not because you got tougher, but because your system learned you keep it safe while you move. Live walkthrough, 7-minute shadow session. Set a timer for 7 minutes. We're doing this together right now with your light practice task. Keep your trigger task truth card nearby and be ready to move the moment we hit minute 5. Minute 1 is a raw brain dump. For 60 seconds, write every fear, rule, and ugly thought tied to this task. Don't edit, don't solve, just spill. Use short, sharp lines to keep your hand moving. Try prompts like, they'll see I'm average, this must be perfect or I'll look sloppy, if I start I'll lose control. If this works, they'll expect more. If it fails, I'll confirm I'm not special. Add whatever shows up, even if it feels petty. Petty is honest. Honest is useful. Still in minute 1, add body cues next to the lines. Label the first sensations you notice when you picture doing the tiny step. Chest tight 7-10, heat in face 6-10, stomach drop 5-10, shoulders up 6-10, jaw clench 4-10. Numbers matter. They give us a baseline we can change in 90 seconds. If everything feels flat, imagine pressing send and watch what flickers. Write that. Minute 2, circle the status threat sentence. Scan your dump and find the line that most threatens how you want to be seen, competent, impressive, in control. If 2 lines fit, pick the one that stings. Under it, write 1 sharper sentence. If this goes badly, it proves I'm forgettable or disorganized or out of depth. Keep it trait-based and short. Your aim is a clean label your protector recognizes. Minute 3, convert that sentence into a protective part voice. 1 or 2 lines, first person, job description included. Example, I'm the status protector. My job is to keep you respected. If you send this and look average, you'll lose credibility. I block you so you don't get hurt. Give it an accurate tone, concerned, stern, hypervigilant, whatever matches your inner vibe. When the part has a voice, you've got someone to negotiate with instead of a foggy alarm. Minute 4, validate and negotiate a micro-contract. First line, thank you for keeping me safe, being respected matters to me too. Second line, I'm going to test a tiny exposure for 90 seconds, only the smallest step, and then I'll stop. State your step and permission line clearly. Attach PDF and write 1 sentence, acceptable mess 60% clarity, 1 typo allowed, no second read. End with the exit. Stop at 90 seconds or after 1 sentence, whichever comes first. If your intensity feels above 7, have the scope now. Type 5 words, save as draft, stop. Minute 5, do the 90-second action. Start immediately. No music, no countdown. Fingers on keys, cursor in the field, or camera rolling. If you stall, read your contract out loud and move anyway. Keep your body still. Breathe low and slow through your nose as you type or record. If your mind screams, not good enough, reply with testing, not performing, and finish the micro step. If your intensity spikes mid-action, shrink on the fly, 3 words, save, stop. Ending on time trains trust. Overrunning breaks it. Minute 6, log your receipt in 3 short bullets. Did, attach, wrote sentence, saved, or sent. World, no backlash, silence, 1 neutral reply. Body, intensity 7, right arrow 4, shoulders dropped, jaw softer. Keep it factual and boring. Data convinces protectors more than pep talks ever will. If the world did respond, write the exact thing, thanks, let's chat, or nothing at all. Neutral outcomes teach your system that silence isn't danger, it's just silence. Minute 7, debrief and adjust for next time. Answer 5 quick prompts in 1-liners. Truth check, did the feared meaning feel accurate? If not, sharpen it 1 notch, swap not good for forgettable or not special. Scope check, was the step too big, too small, or just right? Protector check, did the validation line lower resistance? If not, rewrite it with a name or context. Thanks for keeping me respected with the recruiter. Next exposure. What's the next 90-second move touching the same truth? Permission upgrade. What specific mess allowance helped? 1 typo, no second read, 60% clarity. 2 quick snags and the fixes. Snag 1, overanalyzing the dump. If you spilled beyond 1 minute, your protector hijacked you into thinking. Fix, impose the 290 rule, 2 minutes thinking, 90 seconds acting, non-negotiable. Snag 2, self-attack lines like I'm pathetic. Translate them into protector language on the spot. I block you when I think you'll be embarrassed. Add the job, I keep you respected. Then immediately restate the contract and act. Micro story to anchor it. A grad student ran this exact session on a scary advisor email. Status line that stung, I'm not ready. Protector voice, I keep you from sending half-baked work so your advisor doesn't lose faith.